6 subtle signs of aging that are actually beautiful. Have you ever looked in the mirror and wondered, is this really me? Time has a way of changing us in the most unexpected ways, and while these changes can sometimes be surprising, they are also part of the beautiful journey of life. From the quiet shift in the way we smell, to the gradual loss of height, and the softening of the features we've known our whole lives, aging isn't something to hide from. In this video, we're diving into the 6 most subtle yet powerful signs of aging that often go unnoticed until we stop and take a closer look. These changes are not flaws, but milestones of wisdom, strength, and resilience. So, let's explore how our bodies evolve with time, and how we can embrace these shifts with confidence, grace, and even a little pride. Stay tuned, because once you understand these signs, you might start seeing aging not as something to fear, but as something to appreciate. Let's get started. Sign 1. Changes in vision, the quiet shift. As we age, one of the most subtle and gradual changes we experience is in our vision. It often happens so slowly that we don't realize it until one day we find ourselves squinting to read fine print or struggling to adjust to dim light. Vision changes are a natural part of the aging process, but the way they unfold is unique for everyone. For many, the first sign is difficulty focusing on objects up close, a condition known as presbyopia. The lens in our eyes, which helps us focus on things near and far, gradually loses its flexibility as we age. You might notice that the small text in a book or on your phone becomes harder to read, and holding things farther away doesn't quite do the trick anymore. This change typically starts in your 40s or 50s, and while it can be frustrating, it's a normal sign of the eyes adapting to time. In addition to presbyopia, changes in the clarity of your vision can occur. Over time, the eye's lens may begin to cloud, a condition that can lead to cataracts. This can cause blurry or hazy vision, especially in bright light. Another common change is the gradual loss of peripheral vision, which can impact depth perception and balance. You may notice that you don't see objects as clearly from the corner of your eye, or it takes longer to adjust to sudden changes in light. But here's the thing, vision changes don't mean you're losing yourself. In fact, they're just another part of the story of your life. Yes, it can be a little frustrating, and it may require some adjustments, glasses, brighter lighting, or perhaps a change in hobbies, but it's also an opportunity to learn to see the world in a new way. You may need to slow down, be more mindful, and appreciate the beauty of things around you that you hadn't noticed before. It's an invitation to connect with your environment on a deeper level. The important thing is to not let these changes define you. Embrace the opportunity to take better care of your eyes. Regular checkups, protective eyewear, and proper lighting can go a long way in preserving vision. And remember, as your vision changes, your inner sight becomes sharper. Age doesn't dull the mind or spirit, it deepens them, allowing you to experience the world with greater clarity and understanding than ever before. So, when you find yourself adjusting your glasses or blinking a little longer, know that you're not losing sight of who you are. You're simply adapting to life's gentle shift, and you're doing it with grace. Sign 2. A gradual loss of height. One of the more surprising changes that comes with age is the slow, almost imperceptible loss of height. It often sneaks up on you. You might stand next to someone you've known for years and suddenly they seem a little taller, or perhaps you feel a bit shorter. And when you glance at an old photograph, it hits you, it's not just your imagination. You've lost a little height over time. This change doesn't happen overnight. Instead, it occurs inch by inch, quietly, often without causing any pain. But make no mistake, this subtle reduction in height is one of the most universal signs of aging. So, why does it happen? The primary reason lies in the spine. Between each vertebra, there are soft, gel-like discs that act as cushions, allowing for flexibility and movement. Over the years, these discs begin to dry out and compress. As they lose their elasticity, the spine gradually shortens. In addition to this, factors like changes in posture, muscle weakness, and in some cases, bone density loss due to conditions like osteoporosis contribute to this decrease. Over the course of decades, it may be a subtle inch or two or perhaps even more, but the results are noticeable in the way your body aligns. It's not just about appearance either. This change can affect balance, mobility, and even your ability to breathe comfortably. A curved or shortened spine alters the way you move, sit, or walk. You might find yourself unconsciously leaning forward or adjusting the rear-view mirror in your car more often than before. Even simple movements like reaching for high shelves or standing up straight can start to feel like more of an effort. But here's the empowering part. While this loss of height is common, it doesn't mean you're helpless in the face of it. There are steps you can take to support your spine and maintain your posture. Gentle stretching, yoga, and core strengthening exercises are great ways to keep your spine flexible and aligned. Weight-bearing activities and ensuring you get enough calcium and vitamin D are crucial for maintaining bone density. Regular checkups can also help detect any early signs of bone loss, allowing you to address them before they become more limiting. Most importantly, don't measure your worth by the inches lost, but by the strength and wisdom you've gained. Yes, you may be a little shorter than before, but in so many other ways you've grown, spiritually, emotionally, and intellectually. Your journey isn't just about how tall you stand, it's about how you carry yourself, the lessons you've learned, and the resilience you've developed along the way. So, if you notice yourself slouching a bit more or your favorite pants feeling a little longer, don't be discouraged. This is just your body doing what it's meant to do, growing in a new way. And now you understand why. If you're finding these insights valuable, leave a comment saying number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to do so and hit the bell to stay updated with more videos. Your support helps us continue creating meaningful content to inform and inspire you. Let's keep going. Sign 3. The evolving nose, a quiet marker of time. The nose, often the most prominent feature of our face, is one that many of us don't think about much as we age. But much like the ears, it too undergoes subtle transformations over time. While these changes may not be immediately obvious in our daily reflections, if we take a step back and look at older photos, the difference can be striking. The bridge may soften, the tip may begin to droop, and the once sharp or upturned shape may gradually take on a more rounded, downward slant. So, why does this happen? It all comes down to cartilage. Like the ears, our noses are made primarily of cartilage, which over time begins to lose its strength. The skin's natural elasticity, supported by collagen and elastin, starts to break down as we grow older. As gravity's pull continues, this once firm cartilage begins to shift. The tip of the nose may fall slightly, the nostrils may widen, and the overall feature might seem more prominent when seen from certain angles. For many of us, the first time we really notice this change is when someone else points it out or when we compare our reflection to photographs from a few decades ago. It's a humbling moment, one that carries with it a quiet realization. Time is at work, even on the parts of ourselves we thought would remain unchanged. But instead of viewing this as a flaw or something to be corrected, what if we saw it differently? A nose that changes with age is not a flaw, it's a reflection of all that we've experienced. Every shift, every curve, tells the story of our lives. The laughter shared, the emotions we've carried, the challenges we've faced, and the wisdom we've gathered along the way. While the beauty industry often encourages us to chase an elusive ideal of youth, there's something undeniably powerful in the presence carried by a face that has been shaped by time. If the change in your nose affects your confidence, there are simple adjustments you can make. Perhaps a change in grooming, such as a well-maintained beard, or wearing glasses that help balance your features. But even more importantly, embracing these changes for what they are. A sign of resilience, a testament to a life well lived, can bring a sense of peace. After all, we were never meant to remain the same forever. Your nose, as it shifts and changes, becomes an integral part of your story. It's not a symbol of something lost, but of something gained. A face that carries the richness of lived experiences and still has so much more to offer. So the next time you notice the subtle shift in its shape, recognize it for what it is. A marker of growth, a reminder of your journey, and a sign of your enduring presence. Sign 4. The subtle shift in scent. As we journey through life, our bodies undergo subtle transformations that often go unnoticed, until one day a familiar scent catches our attention. It's not just any smell, but a distinct fragrance that emerges from parts of your body like your scalp and behind your ears. This is one of the less discussed yet deeply personal markers of aging. It's not something many people talk about, and it can be surprising when you first notice it. What's even more intriguing is that it often appears in ways you may not recognize until others mention it. This change comes from a natural process where the skin's oils shift as we grow older. A particular compound, known as nonenal, forms when fatty acids on the skin start to oxidize. The scent it produces is somewhat earthy, grassy, oily, even a touch musty. What's important to understand is that this isn't about cleanliness or neglect. This scent doesn't reflect poor hygiene. You can keep up with daily showers using soap and shampoo, and still notice it lingering. That's because nonenal attaches itself to fabrics, building up in the scalp in areas where skin folds, like behind the ears where breathability is limited. You may not be aware of this scent yourself, and that's perfectly normal. Many older adults go years without recognizing the shift. Yet others, family members, friends, and even passing strangers, might be more aware of it than you are. But here's the crucial point. This isn't a matter of shame or embarrassment. It's simply a reflection of the evolving relationship we have with our bodies as time moves on. Much like how we take pride in brushing our teeth or keeping our clothes clean, acknowledging the changes our bodies go through is part of self-care. If you've noticed your hair or pillowcase absorbing a stronger scent over time, you're not alone. These changes are natural and part of the aging process. However, knowing this gives you the opportunity to make mindful choices. There are solutions to manage this: specialized shampoos, antibacterial sprays, or even adjusting your diet with antioxidants. But more than just finding a fix, understanding these shifts empowers you. It's not about fighting aging. It's about embracing it with grace, respecting your body, and adapting to its needs. So the next time you wonder why your favorite shirt or pillow holds onto a scent longer than before, remember, it's your body's gentle reminder of time's passage. With awareness, you can meet these changes with confidence, knowing that aging is not something to fear but something to honor. If you're finding these insights valuable, leave a comment saying number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to do so and hit the bell to stay updated with more videos. Your support helps us continue creating meaningful content to inform and inspire you. Let's keep going. Sign 5. The gradual growth of your ears. As we age, the changes our bodies undergo often sneak up on us in unexpected ways. One of the more subtle yet fascinating transformations is the slow, steady enlargement of our ears. It's not something that gets much attention, but it's a real, physiological process. Unlike other parts of the body, your ears don't stop growing with time. Research has shown that over the years, ears tend to get longer, more pronounced, and often more droopy. At first, it's barely noticeable, but when you glance back at old photographs or see yourself in the right light, the difference becomes unmistakable. This isn't just a visual trick, it's a biological fact. Our ears are made of cartilage, which behaves differently from bones or muscles. Over time, this cartilage breaks down, loses its elasticity, and, combined with gravity, begins to stretch and sag. The result? Your ears might gradually lengthen or become more noticeable than when you were younger. This isn't limited to men, though it may appear more obvious in men, particularly those with shorter hair or who go bald, as the ears become more exposed. Women experience it too, though the changes may be more subtle due to longer hair often covering the ears. For some, the changes in their ears can feel deeply personal. Ears are such a familiar part of our face, and because we don't typically associate them with aging, when they do shift, it can feel as though part of our youthful appearance is slipping away. But here's a thought. What if these changes, instead of being seen as a sign of decline, were a testament to the stories we've lived and the time we've passed through? The unique shape of your ears could represent wisdom, experience, and the graceful unfolding of time. While some people may embrace these changes, seeing their larger ears as part of a distinguished, lived-in character, others may adjust their grooming or style, growing hair a little longer around the ears or shifting the way they wear hats or glasses. It's all about how you choose to meet the change. Understanding why it happens and what it signifies gives you the power to face it with self-assurance and humor, not insecurity. So, the next time you glance at your reflection and wonder if your ears have always been like this, remember, it's not just you. It's a natural, universal part of growing older. Your ears are doing exactly what they're meant to do. Embrace the process because every change carries its own beauty and meaning. Sign 6. The changes in your skin, a natural journey. One of the most visible, yet often unspoken signs of aging is the transformation your skin undergoes over time. It's the first thing we see when we look in the mirror, and it's also where time leaves its most prominent marks. For many, the changes are gradual, often happening so slowly that we don't recognize them until we compare an old photo with our current reflection. As we age, our skin begins to lose its youthful elasticity and moisture. Collagen and elastin, the proteins that keep the skin firm and supple, begin to break down. This process leads to skin that feels thinner, drier, and more prone to wrinkles. Fine lines start to appear around the eyes and mouth, and deep creases may form across the forehead or along the neck. For some, age spots or freckles may become more noticeable as the skin's ability to repair itself slows down. The loss of subcutaneous fat can make the skin appear more saggy, especially around the jawline, eyes, and neck. But what if we viewed these changes differently? Instead of seeing them as imperfections or something to hide, we can see them as markers of a life well lived. Every wrinkle tells a story, a moment of laughter, a difficult challenge overcome, or a peaceful afternoon in the sun. Our skin holds the memories of the journeys we've been on and the wisdom we've gained along the way. While skincare routines, moisturizers, and sunscreen can help to care for our skin, these changes are a natural part of the process, and they don't need to be feared. Embracing them can be liberating. Your skin becomes more than just an outer shell. It becomes a beautiful testament to the time, experiences, and emotions you've lived through. Moreover, maintaining healthy habits such as staying hydrated, getting enough sleep, and protecting your skin from harsh environmental factors can all contribute to a radiant and resilient appearance. However, the real key lies in how we carry ourselves. When we accept the natural shifts in our skin with grace and confidence, we allow ourselves to radiate true beauty from within. So the next time you notice a new line or a change in your complexion, remember that it is not something to hide but something to appreciate. It's a reminder that you've been present for every moment, and that, in itself, is a beautiful thing. Final thoughts. As we wrap up, it's important to remember that aging is not something to fear or shy away from. It's a process that reflects the richness of our experiences, the growth we've undergone, and the wisdom we've gained. Each sign of aging, whether it's a change in our skin, our posture, or even the way we smell, tells a story. A story of resilience, of laughter, of overcoming challenges, and of living fully in every moment. Instead of seeing these changes as something to hide, we should view them as milestones, each one marking the journey of a life well lived. Our bodies are not merely growing older, they are evolving, adapting, and showing the beauty that comes with time. And as we age, it's not just about how we look, but how we carry ourselves, how we feel, and how we embrace the present with gratitude and grace. So, I invite you to look at these changes not with fear or regret, but with appreciation and pride. You have earned every line, every shift, every transformation. They are part of your unique story, and they make you who you are today, stronger, wiser, and more beautiful than ever. If you found this video helpful, insightful, or inspiring, I encourage you to share it with someone who might benefit from these reflections. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you can continue to journey with us as we explore more ways to live fully and embrace every stage of life. Your support means the world to us, and we're so grateful to have you here. Remember, aging is not just a chapter in your life, it's a celebration of the life you've lived and the incredible person you've become. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Keep embracing your journey.